Hey guys, today I'm going to share 5 upgrades and mods that I would do all over again on my truck. This is my 2024 GMC Sierra 2500 HD. I've owned it for about 1.5 years now, and if you're one of my subscribers, then you know I've been doing a series on the truck ever since I bought it, sharing all the good, the bad, and the ugly. And so I published a lot of different videos on the truck with different upgrades and mods that I performed. And one of the most common questions I get from fellow viewers, fellow truck owners that have bought a similar truck is, hey, are there any mods or upgrades in particular that you would recommend on the truck? And of course, I performed a number of upgrades and mods on my truck over the last 1.5 years and published individual videos on them, which, by the way, guys, I really think that is my forte, publishing long form content that reviews not just the trucks, the vehicles that I own, the RV that I own back there, but the products related to them. And I just, think about myself as a prospective buyer for these particular products and what kind of questions I would have that might, sway me to purchase the product or not purchase the product. And so really that's what I try to focus on in my videos. And a lot of these products are given to me from the manufacturers in exchange for doing a review on the product. And sometimes the products seem really exciting at first, and then after I use it for a year or more, maybe it's not quite as exciting. And so I figured might as well do a follow-up and recommend 5 products that I would do all over again. And so in order to do this video, initially I came up with a list of about 12 products that I really like that I've put on the truck so far over the last 1.5 years, and then I narrowed that list down to just 5. And above all, I wanted this list to be 5 products that are readily accessible, not super expensive. Like I said before, some of these products manufacturers sent me, others I bought with my own hard-earned money. And so I wanted to pick 5 things that I think anyone could add to their truck and really get some significant value out of them. And guys, it is absolutely a beautiful day out here, 73 degrees right now. There is a little bit of a breeze, and so if you hear wind noise in the background, I do apologize. But I want to start on the list of 5 products. These are going to be roughly from least expensive to most expensive. So let me start at the bottom of the list. The first one is a key fob cover. You can see this is the standard keyless entry, but it has a key fob cover on it. And you might be thinking, well, why is that so important? So let me give you a little bit of backstory to this one. I had a previous truck that I special ordered, and I kid you not, in the first 2 or 3 weeks, I had the key fob in my pocket. I was on a creeper under the truck doing some work. It fell out of my pocket. I rolled over with the creeper, and it was all scratched up and roughed up on the concrete. And so after that experience, I thought, hey, I can protect my key fob, with a very inexpensive cover right here that makes it more resilient, because if you're clumsy like me, I'm dropping this thing, and that way it protects it. I mean, these key fobs are not cheap if you ever have to replace one. And so having just a little bit of insurance on the key fob really makes a world of difference. And so you can get these in a pair of 2 for both your key fobs, and it basically just puts a little silicone cover over it, and you still have the buttons and everything labeled right there. So I think this is really a smart upgrade to start out with. And by the way, guys, I will include links down below to purchase these specific products. They are affiliate links. They don't cost you anything more, but they do help support the channel. So I want to say a special thanks in advance for using those links to help support the channel. But let me move on to number 2, and this is the Stubby Antenna. The GM trucks are one of the few that still have a physical antenna for the AM and FM radio, and it is quite a bit taller, going up to the top of the cab, and of course it's going to be blowing around, flapping around in the wind. And so I replaced mine with this Stubby Antenna right here. This is probably about 6 to 7 inches tall, and it's got a little bit of flex to it. And so I replaced that, and this is something I would definitely do all over again. You might lose just a little bit of reception when it comes to the AM FM radio, but I haven't noticed much. I'm still able to get all the stations that I listen to, but I think this is just a lot more resilient, and it just doesn't stick up quite as tall. And guys, as a bonus, I'll mention you can also get a 50 cal version instead of a Stubby Antenna, just like this one here. You can also get that for your GM truck. So that's kind of fun. It adds a little bit of personality. All right, number 3 and 4 are going to be on the inside of the truck. Number 3 is a screen protector for the giant 13.4-inch infotainment system. Sorry about the beep in there, I'll shut that off. But yeah, you heard me right, a screen protector for the infotainment system. Now I gotta confess, I felt a little silly putting it on initially, but what I noticed after buying the truck is, because it's so large, I was leaving fingerprints behind. And so I'd come back and wipe those fingerprints, started noticing some very small micro scuff marks. You know, these infotainment systems, the screens are very expensive to replace. And so I looked into getting a screen protector, and it was under 20 bucks. And I applied it and literally have kept the same screen protector on for over a year now. Barely even remember that it's on there because it just blends in so well. I mean, I don't know if you can even tell from the video that I've got a screen protector on right now, but it has protected the screen from getting scuffed. And again, it's just cheap insurance, something you can do to protect it so that when you go to sell, you know, the screen is completely free of scratches. If you're curious how the install went, I'll put up a card for that particular video. It really wasn't that difficult. I just took my time. And like I said, it's only under 20 bucks. So it's just cheap insurance to protect that screen. Number 4, this one I'm really excited about. You know, I've got the bench seat configuration that flips up right here with a little inset for a phone. And right here, I've got it retrofitted with a wireless phone charger so that when I place my phone here, it automatically starts charging wirelessly. And this has come in really handy so that when I hop in the truck, I can just set my phone here where it's already, you know, natural with the groove, with the cutout. And then it just, you know, tops off the battery of my phone while I'm driving. I don't have to plug anything in. It just charges wirelessly. So I really like this a lot. This is from Boost Auto, by the way. I'll put a card up to the video where I reviewed this particular product. It's really easy to install, and it just has a very nice, you know, factory OEM look to it. The fit and finish is really nice. And so this is definitely something that I would do all over again. And then last one, number 5, is going to be out back here on the truck bed. And no, it's not the tonneau cover, believe it or not. I'll talk about that more later. But number 5 is this nice bed mat right here. This is the bed rug, and I've actually used this on several previous trucks. I really like it a lot because it adds just a nice thick layer of foam with carpet on top. It makes it just a whole lot easier when I'm, you know, kneeling in the bed, a lot softer on the knees. But it also provides just the right amount of friction. You know, whether you've got a toolbox or, you know, cardboard boxes back here, they don't slide around. And so I really like this bed mat a lot. Now, if you're noticing and wondering, why does it look like I have another bed mat under the bed rug? Well, I do. It's kind of a long story, but basically this one down here is from Last Fit. They sent me this a few months back, and I actually did a comparison between the bed rug and the Last Fit liner. This is really nice too. I don't have a great place to store it, and so I've just left it in my bed, and it's kind of double matted. So I've got the factory bed liner, the Last Fit, and the bed rug. I don't know, guys. I'm just really concerned about damaging my truck bed here. I mean, is there anything else you think I could put down to further protect my truck bed from getting damaged? But if I had to choose one thing for the bed, it would be this bed rug right here. It's just a really versatile product. I like that a lot. Let me talk about why I didn't pick the tonneau cover as number 5. This is the back revolver X4S right here. I really like this tonneau cover a lot, and I've actually done 2 different videos. I did a 9-month follow-up last year, and I like this a lot. But I think when it comes to tonneau covers, there's just so many choices out there, and it really just depends on your goals, and that's what's going to drive you, you know, purchasing a specific tonneau cover. So I really wanted to pick 5 products that I think have more of a universal appeal, and so that's why I opted for the bed rug over a tonneau cover. Well, there you have it. Those are the 5 upgrades and mods that I would do all over again on my truck here. And like I said, guys, I wanted these to be accessible. I mean, certainly there's other products, other mods that I put on the truck that I really like the Borla exhaust is one of them. But I wanted these to be affordable and things that really have greater appeal to folks like me that are GM truck owners. So I hope you found this video helpful. Again, I'll include links to all these different products down below, so I appreciate you using those affiliate links to help support the channel. If you have any questions about the products, definitely drop me a comment below and I'd be glad to answer them. As always, thanks for watching.